little piece that I wrote during a time in my life where my head wasn't right. Now I know we all had some of these thoughts, so I hope you can relate.
I just wanna die, I don't wanna be alive. I just don't wanna find how much sanity is left inside my mind. I listen to the demons in me, listen to them sing. Pull the trigger to start bleeding, till your body starts decaying. There's no reason to live, there's nothing left to give. There's no point to try again once you've reached the end. It's time to pay for all your sins, whether you've repented or you have feelings of content toward all the inadequate mention of the days you spent. Nurturing a mind you always thought would be sublime, then realizing at one time that it's hell where your mind resides. The devil's always by your side, holding small thoughts of suicide. For your brain to solidify and magnify, then satisfy the need to wanna pass away. There's nothing left to say, you find yourself doing the same meticulous shit each day. So you undulate to the rhythm of your life as you watch it get diluted with the passing of time. Contemplating suicide is how you seem to pass your time, so you can meet your writer and ask him why your life has become a tragedy, a barrel full of lies. You had nothing to live for, so why were you alive? Contemplating suicide is how you seem to pass your time, so you can meet your writer and ask him why your life has become a tragedy, a barrel full of lies. You had nothing to live for, so why even try? Now your life amounts to nothing, it's filled with ruckus that's fucking with your concepts of losing it all for something you could never have, something you once did in the past, eliminated by the contrast of your philosophical acts. Memories of happy times overrun by the night as you realize you've mislaid all your feelings of delight. Now your thoughts of suicide, it seems they have multiplied. Now your only instinct is to immediately retrieve a knife, slice your wrist, slice your throat, let the blood flow until you grasp the fact that you're not in this universe no more. You've set foot in the mystical domain where shit still works the same as if you came back to life again. Now the only difference is that the deed can be undone. You've mistaken a dreadful afterlife for a peaceful one, thinking death will bring you to a tranquil condition. Now you've relapsed to a position where you can no longer be optimistic. Contemplating suicide is how you seem to pass your time, so you can meet your writer and ask him why your life has become a tragedy, a barrel full of lies. You had nothing to live for, so why were you alive? Contemplating suicide is how you seem to pass your time, so you can meet your writer and ask him why your life has become a tragedy, a barrel full of lies. You had nothing to live for, so why even try? You thought that your demise would have sutured your wound, but now that you've taken your own life, you discovered that it wasn't true. Cause now you're burning in hell, contract what you done to yourself. Depression you could have dealt with compared to where you dwell. This will never juxtapose to your living existence. A lifestyle of remorse and despondency is what you were sentenced, all because you thought that you were living alone. But you isolated yourself to live in a world that's cold. You failed to realize that you were living so peacefully, cause you let the demons inside control your reasoning. Now you constantly despise ever committing suicide, cause now you realize your life was fine. You found a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Now this place where you reside is worse than what you thought of. You let the demons inside you make death your top priority. Now you can never come back to the life you wish you were still living. Contemplating suicide is how you seem to pass your time, so you can meet your writer and ask him why your life has become a tragedy, a barrel full of lies. You had nothing to live for, so why were you alive? Contemplating suicide is how you seem to pass your time, so you can meet your writer and ask him why your life has become a tragedy, a barrel full of lies. You had nothing to live for, so why even try?
Sometimes we make ourselves believe that our life is really fucked up, but it ain't. It's all in our head.
It started with a bond that could have never been broken, but then as time went on it slowly started to get eroded. Never noticing imperfections to keep this bond alive, but after constant misconceptions this bond should have died. Look into the eyes of a soul that's been left alone, roaming in disguise, so his impotent feelings won't show. He had so much to hide and he had very little control over his own life to be able to live on his own. Relinquish and disown, he's living alone in a cold corner with no hope
to withhold, he's starting to lose faith in this bond formed with trust, untouched by the sorrows of a lie. But as time passed by, his mind was forced to realize that ties wouldn't allow binds to compromise, exposing weakness in the eyes of the one suitable guide. Hidden faults arise, bringing to light the lies that this impersonator has withheld all of this time. The road to recovery was a difficult one, but with this I learned to be strong. This was my most complicated strife, but with this I learned to live an independent life. Though we never stated what we wanted from each other, we found this relationship with every contest just grew stronger. There was no opinion I'd adhere to, starting conflict, innocent, no confrontation. I stood up to which deterred our trust. But when the time came for you to show me your true colors, contradiction is what you displayed instead of wanting all the things you told me right before we tested your true faithfulness. Now all that echoes inside me is how you chose them instead. How you chose them instead. Now you chose them instead. You choose them instead. No thanks to you, I restored all the broken pieces, learned to live my life without depending on the voice of treason. I was able to let go of this false commitment while you maintained confined in your imprisonment. Had to struggle to clear out all of the debris. My commitment to you is what I had to leave to be able to continue my life with no regrets, even if it meant knowing you had nothing left. The road to recovery was a difficult one, but with this I learned to be strong. This was my most complicated strife, but with this I learned to live an independent life. Though we never stated what we wanted from each other, we found this relationship with every contest just grew stronger. There was no opinion I'd adhere to, starting conflict, innocent, no confrontation. I stood up to which deterred our trust. But when the time came for you to show me your true colors, contradiction is what you displayed instead of wanting all the things you told me right before we tested your true faithfulness. But at least I know now that you choose them instead.
I don't know where to begin. I've been living in sin, fighting back temptations again, trying to see it through to the end, but we keep playing pretend. Like if the past really doesn't mean shit, even though it tears away at our strength, easy stank, cause we haven't repent. Oh boy, here comes the excuses. Don't use them on me, they're useless. I've given you all my 2 cents. In the end, you still remain clueless. It's worthless to be abusive or to bliss. Only confuse this relationship left in ruins. Both of us played our part in this, yet you say that I'm being ruthless. I've noticed all of my wrongs. Sorry sorry that it took me this long, but at least I finally realized that this is where I belong. Why would anybody waste their time hoping that they could find what they once confined in someone else's mind? Can't believe I wasted my life dealing with this pointless strife that had only intensified my demise. Left so much behind to make it through what I thought would help me to get closer to someone who would want me to. In the end I found that no matter what I do, you never wanted me around. That's why I'm better off without you. I can't believe you think without you I'll be in distress. Honestly, do you really think I gave a fuck if you left? End up with no place to rest, seriously lose interest, living the life I have left. Do you really take that as my best? It seems to me that we lost touch somewhere along the way. Had to give up on our trust, knowing it would soon decay. Brighter visions of us was something we could never display. Taking all the blame, a stranger to you is what I became. Maybe this is the way it was meant to be. Feelings never displayed made it impossible to conceive what we really wanted to say, so we continued falling into a vicious cycle of blame neither one of us could see. Intentions full of hurt thrust upon each other. No one's keeping score, so how could we continue any further? You know it wasn't like this when we first started. If this is how you wanna continue, then I'll see you at the bottom. Conflicting memories enabled me to continue free falling to the point of misery. Though I tried to proceed, all the lies you could see through the years were false pleas given just to deceive. Bet you never thought that I'd catch on any sooner. Contradicting replies, cause about you were never true though. You assumed I believed every word you would leave, even though I figured you out, cause you are just like me. I thought I changed enough for you to make you see every difference in my life I made was to keep you by me. But you push yourself away, though I continue trying to keep you close to me because of what you meant to my well-being. Little did I know that you destroyed me from the inside out. Told you everything about me, but in my mind was there a doubt. Thought I'd finally confide in someone I knew everything about. I should have known better, cause all you did is bring me down. It is still too hard for me to say goodbye. I just care too much to leave this all behind. Maybe that's the difference between me and you, which is what made an impact in my virtues. But you still are too blind to see this change. Ignorant doubts of us still remain. I've had to leave you with this belief to let you destroy your life without affecting me. Conflicting memories enabled me to continue free falling to the point of misery. Though I tried to proceed, all the lies you can see through the years were false pleas given just to deceive. Bet you never thought that I'd catch on any sooner. Contradicting replies, cause about you were never true though. You assumed I believed every word you would leave, even though I figured you out, cause you are just like me. Memories enabled me to continue free falling to the point of misery. Though I tried to proceed, all the lies you can see through the years were false pleas given just to deceive. Bet you never thought that I'd catch on any sooner. Contradicting replies, cause about you were never true though. You assumed I believed every word you would leave. Thanks to you, I found out that you could never be like me. you think, I really tried this time to move forward with this and leave the past behind. Kinda felt that it was understood. If I could leave it all I would. Accept these changes and look beyond the path I took. We learn from the mistakes we made. I'm sure you know this too. Kinda hard to move forward when my mistake was you. A fork in the road is where we've come to meet. We follow this path with only ourselves to deceive. Start anew is what we both agreed. Reach the edge and take that leap. We pursued this though we both were ready. Shattered pieces from the fall, reassembled, exposed all of the faults we've mistakenly brought along. It's not what you think, I really tried this time to move forward with this and leave the past behind. Kinda felt that it was understood. If I could leave it all I would. Accept these changes and look beyond the path I took. We learn from the mistakes we made. I'm sure you know this too. Kinda hard to move forward when my mistake was you.
Never did I think that I would make it this far. Years of depression and self-hate inside me has left an unbearable scar. Suffered for so long, ready to give up on this life and end it once and for all. Didn't realize that there'd be something more. Life's been too complicated up to this point. Clouded judgments have left me confined inside negative thoughts. Unable to break free from this mentality has left me distraught. Came to a conclusion that I was alone. Quickly losing faith, I thought I had no soul. How could I to anyone be worth anything at all? Complete inadvertence would prove to be my downfall. Why would anybody even notice me? Up to this point I thought I wasn't worth anything. I've continued living my life believing this was true, all until the day that I met you.
Through thick and thin till the end, never ready to give in. A unity I'm always ready to defend. Trustworthy bond I'll nurture till I'm gone. Though it's heavy, it's a weight I'll carry even if I have to crawl. Can't offer no less, won't give up on this. Too strong a contest, no relationship between us. This I will die for, this I have strived for. Someone in my life that makes it beautiful to live for.
Completely turned my life around, found I'm no longer bound, having to astound modest people now. Your opinion is the only one that matters to me. Unbreakable connection between us is what I'm trying to achieve. To help guide you through life-altering obstacles, to help you achieve what you thought was impossible. I'll lift you up whenever you fall and help you heal till you're ready to deal with whatever you come across. I'll listen when you speak to ensure you understand that you are more than just a part of me. I'll help you with whatever problems you go through, cause sadly the day will come when I won't be here to help you. But more importantly, always remember that just because it can't get worse doesn't mean it can't get better. And when you feel alone and life's too heavy to continue, remember remember that I will be by your side forever.
Through thick and thin, till the end, never ready to give in. A unity I'm always ready to defend. Trustworthy bond, I'll nurture till I'm gone. Though it's heavy, it's a weight I'll carry even if I have to crawl. Can't offer no less, won't give up on this. Too strong a contest, no relationship between us.
This I will die for,
This I have strived for, someone in my life that makes it beautiful to live for.
So I leave you with these last words, hoping they will help you understand this more clearly. I might not give you everything you need, but I'll be there when you need me because we're family.
Through thick and thin, till the end, never ready to give in. A unity I'm always ready to defend. Trustworthy bond, I'll nurture till I'm gone. Though it's heavy, it's a weight I'll carry even if I have to crawl. Can't offer no less, won't give up on this. Too strong a contest, no relationship between us.
This I will die for,
This I have strived for, someone in my life that makes it beautiful to live for.
Last night that you were here, warm feeling, knowing doubts of life won't interfere. We spent years together but gave it away to tears, and despite everything, your life we couldn't adhere. Life as we know it is impossible to predict. Losing a part of me still is something that I can't accept. Horrible mix of emotions is what I have to live with, cause I can't figure out exactly what I've done to deserve this. Taking the easy way out, left the rest of us in ruins. Left your problems behind, but left your family clueless. Had a bitch of a time trying to find a way through this, cause I still can't figure out exactly what made you do it. I thought that what we were would help you make your decision. Thought you'd understand, thought you'd actually listen. But I live with the fact that you didn't register what I said. That's why I'm drowning in sorrow, unable to deal with your death. Never have I been hurt like I have been hurt by you. Never have I had to deal with emotions like I do. That's why sometimes I try to find peace of mind from memories of you and me together during your life. But the problem is that I have so much more to give, and everything that we shared I'll never be able to relive. I gave you my all, I hope you knew it at the time, cause I had to let you go without being able to say goodbye. All I can do is blame other people for what you've done. Difficult to fix this without you here to right my wrong. Left alone to figure all of this out by myself, cause you're the only one that can fix it, but now you're gone. What am I to do with all of these unanswered questions? Who am I to speak with to try and attempt to fix this? Only your voice can clear the doubt left inside my head. Only your presence can heal all of these wounds you left. How am I to know that you really cared about us? How can I find out that we shared the same trust? When will I find out that we share the same love? How much longer do I have to wait just to feel your touch? Seeing pictures of you will never be enough. Dealing with this tension makes me want to give up, but I realize that life is too important to waste as I continue to deal with the path you've chosen to take. Never have I been hurt like I have been hurt by you. Never have I had to deal with emotions like I do. That's why sometimes I try to find peace of mind from memories of you and me together during your life. But the problem is that I have so much more to give, and everything that we shared I'll never be able to relive. I gave you my all, I hope you knew it at the time, cause I had to let you go without being able to say goodbye. Every time I visit your grave, I try looking for some clarity, but the emotions I run through are too overwhelming. I revisit the days when you were still right here standing next to me, because all I have left of you was simply a memory. Painfully, I accept the fact that you're not coming back. I'm not letting you go because I understand. Physically you're gone, but still a part of my life, cause you continue to live on inside of my mind. This provides me with comfort as my days continue, slowly healing the wounds that are left inside from you, getting rid of the pain and the sorrow that I've dealt with, allowing your death to become something that I accept. I just hope that we get to meet again one day. I tell you everything that I have left to say. Until then, I'll continue living my own life, knowing at least my memory of you will never die. Never have I been hurt like I have been hurt by you. Never have I had to deal with emotions like I do. That's why sometimes I try to find peace of mind from memories of you and me together during your life. But the problem is that I have so much more to give, and everything that we shared I'll never be able to relive. I gave you my all, I'm sure you knew it at the time. Now I can let you go knowing we'll meet again in another life.
As I hang from my inquisitive noose, I embrace my need to fathom what fault lines expanded inside my world's core. I grab hold of reality to edify my virtue as I exceed your condescending nurture. Only then do I realize that I have become my own nightmare. Have become my own nightmare. Escape wolves I can't compare to existing shadows that walk alongside me. Escape was once out of my reach until change grabbed hold of my physique, rearranged inside what once was bleak to solidify arrogance that abolished depression, to lift up my spirit enough to compress in, to fight back disregarding remorse, and enjoy finally destroying a soul.
serenades, forcing me to lose control, expressing sovereign feelings, stepping into the unknown, focused on revealing inner thoughts that seem to flow, with no regard to concealing emotions lost deep within, transverse perceptions, emitting fears that control, judgments and questions, lost deep inside the core of this ignorant obsession. I've opened up to you just to be devoured by this infection. Felt the virus spread beyond the walls of my protection, found its way deep inside on its own discretion, took control of my mind, of my soul and my well-being, yet it failed to provide comfort to these wounds